Hey, hello, sacred friend. Welcome back. I am Lori Andrus, and I am just delighted to connect with you today. Today, we are going to sink into a little bit of conversation about three core messages that the crystals and stones want to bring forward and share with you during this time. We just crossed the threshold into the summer season. This is a very bright, sunny, expansive time of the year. It's also a time to slow down in the manner of enjoying the fullness of life and letting ourselves just feel satiated in the place of experiencing the abundance and the fullness that life brings, the way the earth comes to life and is brilliant and bright and full and alive. And with that, the stones have a lot to say about navigating kind of this dance of energy where we're moving through so many turbulent things. And at the same time, our souls are really being activated and called upon to expand into our light, to come into a new level of alignment and into authenticity than we've known before or experienced before, and to really bring life to the ideas, the dreams, and the visions that we hold deep within our hearts. This is something that's been so alive in my own thoughts and in my own world over the last couple of weeks. And as I've had just some soft space and let myself just slow down and listen, I've been finding lots of ways that the dreams that have been held really deeply within me, the ones that have kind of just almost tucked away as I've focused on creating and doing other things, have been rising to the surface. They've been getting my attention. They've been getting really noisy. And you may be noticing this for yourself as well. The things we've tucked away and put on the list of someday at a later time when I'm ready, all those stories that we tell ourselves about not now and why not now are really being illuminated. And being given an opportunity to be deeply present with the stories we've been telling ourselves, the limiting beliefs we've had around why not now, and giving ourselves we've got an opportunity to give ourselves permission to lay those stories down. And I think this is such an interesting and unique time, one in which the invitation to lay those stories down and creating space to do that comes with much more ease, fluidity, and swiftness than maybe we saw a couple years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Those of you who've been on a healing journey for a very long time and you're thinking, oh my goodness, more healing. I think one of the things that's really coming to the surface right now is a level of swiftness and ease around releasing our own limitations, our own limiting beliefs, our own narratives that don't support what it is we want to really create, what we know our soul is here to do. So, as I was sitting down in preparation for this episode, I decided I would quickly record two messages from the Stone Speak Oracle. Well, actually, I really, I really intended to record the crystal for next month, which is pre-night. And instead of opening to pre-night, I opened immediately to iolite. Iolite is the crystal ally for the month of August. And when I opened that message and just dove in, I was really struck by what it shared. And I want to actually read part of that message to you because I think it's really significant and important at this time. And I think it's something that will support you as you're moving through this early part of the summer season. You can circle back to it later when we get into some of the late, like into August when it's actually the crystal ally. But for now, I think it'll help you a bit. Okay, so the message from Iolite. This is number 35 in the Stone Speak Oracle, which is my Oracle deck. If you haven't checked that out, pop down below. There's a link. Go check it out. Here we go. Part of the deeper message. This is the beginning of this message. Your soul holds a sacred vision, a profound longing, a dream waiting to take form in the world. It yearns to materialize and become a tangible reality. Iolite arrives today as a steadfast ally, illuminating a pathway of possibility. You may find yourself questioning if your dreams and aspirations are too distant, or perhaps even too vast to achieve. You may also wonder if past disappointments have made you hesitant, yet this vision has persisted. It has chosen you for a reason. It has stirred your heart, igniting a passion that surpasses all other possibilities. Are you willing to release your resistance and pierce through the shroud of illusion and fear? Will you place your trust in your inner compass and the divine support that surrounds you, guiding you through this uncharted journey? Are you ready to venture into the unknown, to breathe life into your most cherished dreams? Mm, goodness. As I read that to create the video, I could feel the words just echo through my soul. They were so deep, they were so loud, and every part of it just reverberated through. And even now, as I read it again, there's such a deep awareness that many of us are having right now around the stories we've been telling ourselves about why we can't live into, create, fulfill the dreams that are in our hearts. But we are here to create those dreams. We are here to create a new reality. And part of this time that we're moving through is the deconstruction, the breakdown, the release of old paradigms, old narratives, old collective stories and themes, and the ways that they've created structures and systems of limitation, the ways that they've held us back and interfered with our capacity to create what we're here to create, the ways that they've interfered with our ability to trust and listen to our own intuition and voice of inner wisdom. And as we're moving forward, the crystals and stones are showing up in a truly abundant way to support us in pulling back the veils of illusion, in revealing the deeper truths, stories, ideas, dreams within our hearts, and supporting us in finding the courage to take action and bring them to life. So, with that in mind, I want to actually lean into a little conversation about the three messages that the crystals and stones really want to share with us as we are creating a new reality. This tumultuous time is leading to the creation of a new reality. And the vision that we hold as we move through this time is what we create. So they're inviting us to break through the old stories, the old narratives, hold the vision in our hearts, that deep truth, that deep story, that deep vision that brings us to life, the one that's held so deep within, and give ourselves permission to hold that vision, to trust its capacity to be created, to trust our capacity to create it. The first wisdom message from the crystals and stones is to enter the earth. Oh, yeah. I have actually a guided meditation that will take you on a journey to enter into the earth with a crystal or stone, receive a message and insight from it, and to really connect in with a deep wisdom. And I'll pop a link down below in the show notes for you to check that out, to just sign up and you'll receive a link for it. And this meditation will take you deep. Ultimately, what the crystals and stones are inviting is for us to slow down and be deeply present with the natural rhythms, the natural cycles of the earth, to connect in with the places and spaces where ancient wisdom, ancient technologies for healing, and the evolution of this time are held. The earth has created and recreated itself again and again. The earth has been steady and stable and steadfast, and it holds record. Held within the earth are the crystals and stones, which are the bones of the earth and incredible record keepers of ancient wisdom. And they are ready to share that wisdom. So, beginning to connect with the inner earth, connect with the depths of wisdom that are present there, and allowing ourselves to begin to source from that place and allow that energy to move through, the wisdom to be reawakened and activated within ourselves. Okay, the next message from the crystals and stones is about attuning to your inner compass. Now, one of the reasons that I was so struck by this iolite message was that I already knew this was where we were going in the conversation about the inner compass. And there in the message from iolite was a reminder to tune into and trust your inner compass. I often think of this as a message that comes from carnelian. Carnelian was our crystal ally for the month of May, and it really brought in this energy of tuning into our own creative compass and really deeply reconnecting with the inner knowing of the direction our soul longs to go in and what we need to do to take steps to bring our vision into form. And Iolite in its message was reminding us how important it is to tune into our inner compass, to trust our own inner knowing, to trust what is calling our soul forward. So, how do we do this? How do we attune to our inner compass? We slow down, we create space to listen, to be present, to acknowledge the things we're feeling, both the pleasant and the unpleasant. Because within both the pleasant and the unpleasant, there's something really important. When we let ourselves open up some of those unpleasant places, some of those uncomfortable, the places that we really don't want to look at because maybe we have a bit of a frown on our face when we look at that aspect of ourself. But as we open up the space to be present, what begins to happen is we begin to recognize what's underneath those places of challenge and difficulty, the deeper longings, the deeper desires, what's really inviting us or calling us forward. And it invites us to lay down the things that we've put on top of that. The other piece here about attuning to our inner compass is about really listening to the vision that we hold for the world, for humanity, and this time, and what we are visioning for the future that we wish to create, the ways that we wish to co-create with the earth and with spirit and bring to life a new experience. As we let ourselves attune to our inner compass, that is going to become clear and in an unshakable way, in a way that we're going to be able to listen, trust, and honor. Slow down, be present, listen within. Okay, and then the third piece here is about embodying your radiance or your light. Whatever word lands better for you. And there's probably about a dozen more we could throw out there. But really, the energy of allowing our light to be fully embodied and radiate into the world, to be bright and expansive. Very often, when we meet with difficulty or challenge, it is a part of our nature to withdraw our energy, withdraw our light, to retreat, to pull back within. And I think in some ways that serves us. Part of it is that we can take the journey within and uncover what is really happening. Where is the challenge? Where is the difficulty? But there's something different that's being called for during this time. And I want to really encourage you to honor where you're at. If it's really true for you to withdraw and go within and explore deeper, do that. But if you're also finding that this pings as a truth for you at this time, I want to invite you to play with the idea of instead of retreating or withdrawing, standing in your light and letting it expand and letting in the expansion of your light clarify, purify, release the pieces of resistance, fear, doubt, uncertainty that have been showing up that maybe otherwise would have prompted you to withdraw and retreat. Right now, what the crystals are sharing about the change and evolution that is unfolding during this time is about allowing the energy to flow, allowing our light to expand. And in that expansion, the clearing, the healing, the transformation happens swiftly, cleanly, with ease, with grace, with love, in ways that we maybe haven't seen before. And this, I think, is a new energy that's emerging in our collective consciousness right now. It's a new way, a new manner of healing than what we've worked with in the past. And I'm not saying that what we've done in the past is wrong, because goodness, there are so many incredible, amazing processes for healing and transformation. And I'm finding that the crystals and stones are really supporting us in bringing in a next level of ancient healing technology, ancient healing wisdom. And a part of that is the expansion of our light. So those are the three messages the crystals want to share with you today. The first one being enter the earth. The second one inviting you to attune to your inner compass. And the third one about expanding and embodying your radiance and light. I want to thank you for joining me today. If any of these messages just really lit up for you, I'd love to hear what it has sparked for you in the comments. Leave a comment down below and be sure to give this a thumbs up. Share with friends, family, loved ones who you know will really enjoy this episode. And be sure to pop over to my website and download the Enter the Earth guided meditation. It is so beautiful. It's one of my favorites. It's a beautiful practice for entering into the earth, the belly of our dear sacred mother, and connecting with the crystal and stone allies for insight and deeper message. I want to wish you a beautiful day. And as always, shine brightly. Bye for now.